Hola from Lola! I just watched a video of a system that my daddy has to fix and make sure it runs well so that doctors can use their equipment so that they can help children. That's so inspiring, you guys. Like, you never know. You always think IT and it's like, oh, just basic computers. No, he has to work on things so that life can keep going, so that we can find out what's happening in the world within us, so that we can just keep going. Because if not, like, all the kids are gonna die. Our generations to come will not be coming up because they won't be there. So, oh my god, I just watched that before I started this video, and I almost started crying because, like, that's his purpose in life, and that's beautiful, to help children. Like, it's so inspiring, isn't it? I love my daddy. He's the freaking rock in the world. So, I just got done running 12K. Holy moly, 12K. That was 7.47 miles because I didn't go all the way to 7.5, and that's okay because it was 12K. That was the point. Whew, I'm pretty tired. I actually did not stop. I didn't stop! Ah! Man, oh man, that feels good to be able to run that far and not stop. Last time I did my 10 miles and I stopped after 5.5 miles, and I was like, you know what? I know I can go 5.5. I know I can keep going, so do it. And I did. And then when I got to the 10K, which is 6 miles, I was like, I'm almost done. All I have to do is a mile and a half more, so might as well not stop. The other thing is that I was also thinking of my BBC sister, Diana, and I was like, oh yeah, she reminded me, and she told me that podcast of her that she heard about, she doesn't remember it, I don't even know it, but all she remembers is that if you came out here to run, don't stop. Like, run. Do what you came out here to do. Don't half-ass it. So, best chapstick ever. If you don't have it, don't know it, get it. It doesn't have to be the Coolie one, but this brand, this lip repair is life. It's life. Anyways, like I was saying, she was also in my head telling me, don't stop, Steffi, don't stop. You didn't come out here to walk. You came out here to run. And I did that shiz. So they split these 7 miles into 3 different sections. It was the warm-up, the tempo run, and the cool down. So basically it was 1.5 miles of a warm-up, and that went good. I kept it pretty slow and nice. And then for the tempo run, they wanted you to run like at a 5 out of 10. For the way he split it up was like there's 4 200 meters. There's 4 sections basically of the tempo, and then you're supposed to, I love my hair like this, it looks so cute. So there's 4 sections of the tempo run, and each section he was trying to have you like think of something so that it can keep you going for the next one, because like you can think about it as in like 5 miles, or you could think about it as an 8K, and then 8K can be split up into 4, 6, 8 Ks. So for the first 2, you just take it slow. You warming into your tempo run pace, which is supposed to be a little bit faster than a recovery. It's an uncomfortable recovery pace, which was pretty good. And then from there, you did the how are you feeling. Watch how you are going, basically, like watch your breath, make sure that you're running correctly, like your form, make sure your form is doing good, make sure you're doing good for that. And then the third part of the tempo run was focusing on that form and making sure that your breath is good, and thinking about the last one, thinking about how you want to feel for that last tempo, for that last one that you still have to do. Think about how it's going to feel, and then feel it, be in it, then so when you were in the last one, you remember that feeling and you just kept it going and you didn't stop. And I really enjoyed that, because like it made you really think, and like thinking of like the present, but also thinking about like what is to come, and you're not worried about it because like you're already in it, not thinking, you're already in it without even being in it. Oh my god, you guys, here's my friend that high-fived me the whole entire time. He was super sweet. Look at him. Oh, he's so sweet to me. High five! You know, sometimes just finding a new walker, a new person to get inspired is amazing. That guy that I literally just flashed you guys real quick had started high-fiving me on like my third run around the park. I came back to the Marie Curie Park because, I mean, it's one of my sister's favorite places to go, and I wanted to be with her even though she can't be with me to run these freaking runs of mine. I wanted to be close to her, so that's what I did. So that guy, his name is Brian, and he's Brian with the I. He was super sweet, and I think it took a lot for him to like come up to me and be like, "Hi, how are you?" after a long ass run. And he's been walking around. He told me that he makes music on Instagram, and I think that's pretty cool. I told him, you know, I'm Lola Sweet Fox, the one and only. And he was telling me that his friend had just got done running a marathon. So he was like, what am I doing? And I told him the same exact thing. Like, I just literally wrote a message to my family. Like, this is, I thank Diana, my baby sister. I thank her. Old school car. I hope you guys saw it. So I'm thankful for her because she just had done her marathon and like inspired me to start doing this. And as I'm speaking of this, he was saying that his friend just got done running a full marathon as well, and he was like in the studio making beats, just sitting there and realizing like, what is he doing with his life? And he felt the same exact way that I felt, and I was feeling just sitting there gaming. Like, what am I doing? Where am I going? What is my purpose? And like I was just speaking before this is it. And this is one of them, just to keep going, to get out, to get motivated and go. And literally that's exactly the same exact thing he was saying. He was just sitting in the studio making music, and then realized that he needed to get out of he needed to move. He was watching his friend be live doing his marathon, which I thought was pretty cool. So, rest in peace, Amma. I just saw her right there, another butterfly, and it was beautiful. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed today's run. I'm glad I came over here. 7.47 miles done, and it was lovely. Hola from Lola. I already said that. I wanted to talk about the end of my run because I didn't get to, because that Brian would die was so sweet and wanted to have a small conversation. The end of the run was very, very, very easy. So what we were doing after we did the tempo middle, basically 5 miles, I was like, oh, I'm only going 7.5 miles, and I'm already like 10K in. Oh, all I need is a little bit more, so why stop? I did not stop the whole entire time. I didn't walk this whole entire 7.5 miles, which was really inspiring because, like, now I can say I can go 7.5 miles without stopping. Before it was 5.5. Before it was 3. And it just makes me so proud. So after the 5 miles tempo, we had to do a cool down, and the cool down was just like the warm up: cool down, slow it down, keep it slow. On my mileage, I noticed that the last 3 miles were actually a little bit slower than the rest, and I feel that it's because that I want to always end at the same place. I always want to end when I get to the car. So I feel like I hinder myself and I start slowing down so that I can make sure that I get to the right place at the right time when I want to get there. And it's really silly of me to do because it's slowing down my mileage by that. And yeah, I also like that every mile he like spoke to you and gave you a little bit of like, think of this, or for a little while, think of this. And they weren't really there for the most part. It was just like, be your own coach, be your own athlete. Because at the end of the day, it's all on you, up to you to just keep going. So, I cannot wait. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing my 10K. I lied. Tomorrow, I have another 10 miles to do. And I'm going to be doing it on a treadmill. I've done it. I've gone up to where I was like defeated once. I went back up there and I finished it for the second time. I did it. I went further and I did walk, but I went further and I finished the 10 miles. And now I'm gonna try 10 miles on the treadmill because I haven't done it before. I've never done it before. And I feel that maybe that'll help me with my consistency because, like, that's what I really want, just to be consistent. So maybe it'll help me understand my pace and understand what I'm doing. And it'll be a lot of fun. So I will see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Have a good day and bye!